San Antonio, August '94. The president strolls along Riverwalk after a fast food lunch. Here he is at the 21st annual meeting of the American Association of Diabetes Educators.
Tell us, Mr. President, what brings you to San Antonio today?
You know, I'm pleased to be here today at this very important gathering of Americans dedicated to diabetes education. You know, today more than ever, the work of healthcare professionals such as diabetes educators is what healthcare in America needs. A proactive approach to helping people gain better control of their health.
Haven't we seen some of those Secret Service men before at Can-Am Care? Is it or isn't it? Can-Am Care receives the presidential nod of approval for its innovative line of value-priced, quality diabetes care products.
And I'm also pleased to recognize the efforts of such companies as Can-Am Care that have shown a commitment to providing Americans with better health and good value through innovative and competitively priced medical products.
Thank you, Mr. President.
A smiling President Clinton everywhere tonight? How could the president be pushing legislation from the White House and greeting a startled lunch crowd in San Antonio at the same time? Well, he couldn't. This realistic imposter is Tim Waters, who is building a show business career on his remarkable resemblance to Bill Clinton. He's even got a suit and the mannerisms, and he left a whole lot of people thinking that they'd met the real Bill.
It was Bill Clinton, yeah?
You're positive?
I'm positive.
Positive? Well, among the deception, the presence of some pseudo-Secret Service men, complete with their little earpieces.
You mean that wasn't him?
There is a Bill Clinton look-alike who is turning heads wherever he goes. And why wouldn't he? After all, he looks very much like the President of the United States. This is Tim Waters, described as Bill Clinton's double. Some of the folks who saw him in San Antonio today weren't quite sure what to think, but just to be safe, most of them took pictures.
That is an amazing likeness. Isn't that amazing how much it looks like him?
Well, Bob, a California man has found that there is some money to be made in looking presidential, and Tim Waters will look presidential at least as long as Bill Clinton is in the White House. See what we mean here?
That's close.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. He works, by the way, as a Clinton lookalike. He even makes appearances with Secret Service lookalikes. And listen to this. This year, he's already made 3 times as much money as the president. Today, he was in San Antonio for a healthcare corporation. Some of the people along the San Antonio River there thought that they were indeed seeing the real thing.
Yeah.
That's pretty good,
yeah.
Huh?
President ought to show Tim, put Tim in front of those reporters at the White House. See how he does there.
Yeah, that would be good.
Okay.
One man here to promote products at today's Diabetes Healthcare Convention had heads turning up and down the Riverwalk this afternoon. The tourists and locals alike did double takes and pulled out their cameras for a shot of a man who was treated to a presidential-style meal at the Rio Cantina.
It looks an awful lot like Bill Clinton.
President Clinton, I guess.
Maybe, maybe not. No.
Was it a look-alike or was it him?
It was not him.
Was it live or Memorex?
Well, it was Memorex. It was Tim Waters, America's top Bill Clinton lookalike. You've probably seen him here on KMOL TV4 on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno. He says he's become so popular he's earned almost 3 times as much money as the president himself.
Visitors along the San Antonio River today may have thought it was the Secret Service escorting a man known to Americans everywhere. Many of the onlookers thought President Clinton was in town. Was he or wasn't he? Gary DeLawn has the answer.
No, it wasn't Hillary Rodham Clinton under heavy escort, but the visitor to the river looked exactly like President Bill Clinton. Dozens of tourists along the river waved and yelled, thinking the president had stopped by for a visit, especially with the military base status up in the air. But just a whitewater minute here. The man who pressed the flesh at high noon looks enough like Bill Clinton to be the man himself. Tim Waters of California impressed a lot of people. He was brought here by Can-Am Care Corporation, a company that points its care to diabetes and its cure. Waters is quick on his feet and has already made 3 times as much money as has Mr. Clinton as president.
Now, someone told us last week they called the White House and asked if the president was there, and they said, no, but you want to talk to Bill.
Oh, okay, I've heard that one before, too. Let me ask you a question. Have you had your taxes done this year? Are they done? Are they filed? Okay.
I'm done. Well done.
Well, good. Well, you'll be hearing from us. Good.
Waters has met the president twice. What was the reaction?
And I said, I look just like you, Bill. I look just like you. And he said, well, I think you're better looking than I am. But, of course, that was before the election, and I think he was looking for my vote.
Strolling the Riverwalk at high noon, it was time to shake hands, pose for pictures, and wave to the crowd. Ron and Debbie Doyle of Kansas City were taken in at first.
Shocked me. I didn't believe it when she said he was there.
I was surprised. I was always wondering who the people were coming.
Nice-looking man.
Well, the question was, is he or isn't he? And a lot of people along the river actually think that Mr. Clinton is in town today. And one of the great questions was, what do you think of Rwanda?
Rwanda?
Yeah.
Well, I never touched her. There you go.
There you have it. Is it or isn't it? I'm Gary DeLon with the, I think, presidential party on the river, Channel 5 Eyewitness News.
He's good. Very good. Really good. They should have known right away, though, that it wasn't the president, because there's not a single McDonald's on the Riverwalk.
That's right. He wouldn't have been there. He's got the move down. He's got everything.
He's really good.
Very good. Let's home.
Riverwalk visitors were doing a double take this afternoon. They thought the president was making a surprise visit to the city. An easy mistake to make. Tim Waters makes his living fooling people like this.
A lot of people that believe I'm really the president, and some people that are not quite sure, and other people that know that it's just all in fun. And, you know, we've been having a good time with it.
Waters is in San Antonio on behalf of Can-Am Care Corporation, which is holding its convention here this week. Waters says this look-alike thing has been profitable and claims to make about 3 times as much money annually as the president himself.
I'm Paul Venema.
And you know who I am.
Good morning, San Antonio.
Didn't you say he was kidding Paul about his tie?
Yeah, earlier, what you didn't see on the tape was
Why
he went up to Paul
not?
and said, Paul, you've got a spot here.
And Paul looked? Oh, my.
Y personas que caminaban esta mañana por el Paseo del Río se llevaron una sorpresa cuando vieron al presidente Bill Clinton. El presidente estuvo en la ciudad para discutir y promover su plan de reforma al sistema de salud y la del crimen. En realidad, no se trata del presidente Clinton, sino de Tim Waters, quien se parece bastante a Clinton y se gana la vida viajando por el país imitando al presidente. Waters fue traído a la ciudad como parte de una convención médica. Acompañado de personas que se hacen pasar por agentes del servicio secreto, Waters imitó los modales de Clinton, convenciendo a las personas a lo largo del Paseo del Río que se trataba en realidad del presidente. Y de verdad que sí se parece bastante. ¿No es así, Andy? ¿Tú lo viste?
No, al que vi fue a Elvis Presley. Ese era lo que traía con lentes oscuros.
Sí, se parece también, ¿verdad?